Hello friend, this is Akash Misir here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. In previous lecture I have covered the I have covered the turbo machines, and from today onwards I am taking the section that is manufacturing processes. In that my first lecture is this, and the metal casting is the topic for today's lecture. Okay, so let's begin. So in case of casting, okay, there are number of steps. What they are? First is pattern making, means we have to make pattern first, and pattern is nothing but one kind of our manufacturing product, we can say. Product is nothing but our pattern, but only the difference is that pattern is not going to function like product. That product may be of different material and pattern may be of different material. And next is sand mixing and preparation. For preparing the casting we needs one term, that is sand, and that sand is poured in mold box, and that sand should be prepared first. Means that sand is nothing but mixture of sand plus clay plus water, or sand plus clay plus any adhesive. So we have to make proper mixture of that. So that's why the sand preparation and mixing is again one of the step. This is second step. After that, the core making, means any you can take example of one. Okay, and we have to make one hole here. This is our final product we need. So we will make the pattern of this shape, but for this shape we can't make pattern, so we will make core here, which will be having like this, and we will fix this core into our mold box. So ultimately this hole will be created while casting process is going on. Okay, so core is nothing but one object which we are going to place into the mold cavity, so that cavity will be unfilled by molten metal. Okay, so this is called as core. So core making is also one step. After that, the melting of metal, because everything is going to happen after melting of metal. The molten metal will going to pour into the casting cavity. Okay, so melting, after that the pouring of that molten metal into cavity. Okay, then there is next step, that is finishing. Okay, means yes, the casting product is developed now, but we have to do some finishing. There may be some surface irregularities and etc, so we have to remove that, and that process called as finishing. After that, testing, means this casting developed is proper or not, it is satisfying all the conditions or not, is there any defect in that casting, maybe blowholes or etc etc, that we have to test with the help of testing. Okay, then heat treatment. Okay, means for improving properties, improving the properties of material or improving the properties of casting, we have to do some heat treatment like carburizing, nitriding, etc etc. That will depend on function, what function that part is going to perform. So depending on that we are going to improve the properties. Okay, and next process is retesting. Means first we have tested, we found that the hardness is low. Okay, hardness is low, so what we'll do, we will do one heat treatment, so that heat treatment will increase hardness. Okay, and ultimately after heat treatment also, okay, this product we was doing heat treatment, and now the heat treatment have been done to this product, so again retesting will be happen here, so that to ensure that how much amount of hardness is increased. Okay, and that hardness value is sufficient, or we have to again increase the hardness, that all the properties, or again there may be one adverse effect may happen, that because of hardness the brittleness may increase. So we have to check all the parameters again after heat treatment also. Okay, so these are number of steps that we have to follow in case of casting. And next is, okay, these are all the steps I have discussed very briefly, and now I will go stepwise in some deep manner. So pattern making. As I have told you what the pattern exactly, it is nothing but the object itself, but only it is not going to function, it will be only generated for our making mold cavity. Okay, it is again the size is something larger as compared to our final object, because what happens, number of allowances we have to give, like shrinkage allowance. After that, number of allowances that are there, that may be machining allowance and etc. Okay, so the size is slightly greater than our final product for compensate shrinkage, machining and different allowances. Okay, then draft allowance. Okay, we have to give draft allowance to pattern. And what exactly the draft allowance means for easy removal of that pattern we are going to give some taper. Okay, for example, assume this rectangle we have to manufacture with casting, but while removing the pattern there may be chances that the sand which is available here, that may collide downward. So for that, what we will do, we will give some taper here. Okay, that taper we are going to give here, so that the easy removal of this pattern will be take place, and because of that the sand will not collapse. After that we can do machining to remove this extra material at the both ends. But uh, our prior function to be satisfied by pattern, that sand should not collapse, so that we are providing this taper here, and in further finishing processes we are going to eliminate this taper. Okay, this is the draft allowance. Then there is core prints for sheets of cores, means there may be chances that core is there. Okay, so that I will give idea here directly. This is our final product we need. Okay, and in this one hole is here maybe. Okay, this is our final product, but at the time of pattern making what we will do, we will make pattern likewise. Okay, no problem, but at this section the core we have to seat it likewise. So what we will do, for seating that core into this space, we will make some core seating arrangement. Okay, means because of this external part of this pattern, the sand will be in the sand the cavity will be made here, and because of that cavity we can put there the core likewise. Okay, the core will be put it likewise, and because of this while we will make the casting, then the hole will be created here likewise. Okay, this is nothing but the core prints for sheet to the core. This is all about the pattern making. After that, the pattern materials. Pattern materials means what materials we have to use for patterns. Okay, there are number of materials like and the factors depending on which we have to select the pattern material are, first factor is number of castings to be made. Okay, means there is the case that only one type of product we have to cast, means only one product we have to cast, then we are not going to make the pattern material that pattern of any metal or wood. We will move towards another things. Okay, then there is another factor, that is degree of accuracy in dimensions and quality. Okay, depending on the pattern material, the accuracy and the quality of surface finish that matters. That's why the pattern material also too much important thing for casting. Then there is next parameter, that is method of molding, that is hand or machine molding. Means while molding, which method we are preferring, that hand molding or machine molding. These two methods in subsequent lectures maybe I will discuss in detail. Okay, then next is nothing but the type of casting, that is sand or investment. Means in case of investment casting we are going to use the wax there, and that wax will ultimately melt. Okay, so that one kind of casting. And sand casting means our regular casting what we do. Then there is next parameter, that is shape, size and complexity. Means depending on the shape, how what the shape appears, then size, how much large component we have to manufacture. And another is complexity, means if there are number of complexities in job, then the material will vary likewise. Okay, these are some pattern material factors that I wanted to discuss with you. So first pattern material, that is wood. We are going to use wood. Okay, then next, metal. Number of metals we can use, like aluminum and its alloys. Then we can use steel, brass, cast iron, etc. Okay, these are some metals we can use. After that we can use plastic. Plastic is also one kind of pattern material, that we can use plastic, but that plastic will not be which we are using nowadays in carry bags and etc. That plastic will be different plastic. Then plaster. Plaster means there are two parameters, that is POP, that is plaster of Paris, and another is gypsum cement, what we uses in our buildings and etc. That is the gypsum cement. Okay, and another is POP, so plaster of Paris. These two types of materials are there, that called as plaster, and we can make the pattern with that plaster also. Okay, and what the advantages of the using the plaster. Okay, plaster is such a material that easily machinable. Means if we have to make any changes in that pattern, or while making the pattern, we can easily machine that and we can make any complex shape. That's why the plaster is have that advantage. Then next is wax. In case of investment casting, we uses wax as a pattern material. Okay, uh, these are all the points and these are all the materials what I was taken for today's lecture, and these are the materials which the patterns are generated from. Okay, and in next lecture I will come up with some allowances and etc etc. I will move forward with that, but now I have one bonus point for you. And what's that? The pattern size. Pattern size is nothing but the casting size plus minus allowances. What I have said, in case of pattern making, that pattern is somehow larger size as compared to the casting size. Okay, and what exactly the amount, that depends on the allowances, different allowances what I have given you idea about, the draft allowance, shrinkage allowance, machining allowance, etc etc etc. This is one formula, you can say. This is also important. The numerical may come from this formula. Okay, and I want to say you one thing, that manufacturing section is too much easy section for understanding, and in case of GATE the maximum scoring subject is also same, that is nothing but the manufacturing, so that you should concentrate more on this section. Okay, and there is another bonus point, that is aluminum have highest shrinkage, that is 6%. Okay, aluminum is such a material which have highest value of shrinkage, and that is 6% shrinkage takes place. Okay, this is the percent of shrinkage of aluminum. These are some bonus points I have taken for today's lecture. So in next lecture we will discuss the types of pattern, the pattern allowances, pattern, okay, pattern colors and etc. So I will come up with that. Before that, like, share and subscribe my channel, and we will meet again. Thank you friends.